Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of A Mummer's Story. Today, I got with me Port Richmond's own Tyler Trafficante from Polish American StringBand.
What's going on, John?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Just want to let you guys know always, I'm a Port Richmond guy, and I absolutely love Polish American StringBand.
Thank you, John. It means a lot to us.
So, Tyler, how did you get involved in the Mummers, and how old were you?
So basically, I got involved. How I got started. I actually went to see the Mummers Fancy Brigade shows, and when I was in the audience, I've always said to myself, one day I want to do that. And then in 2017, there's actually a band here where I live in Delaware County with Greater Overbrook String Band. And then back in February of 2017, I put in my application, and I went to the first rehearsal. I was a dancer, and then later on, about a month later, I go to a rehearsal, and the president of the string band comes up to me and says, if you want to, you're more than welcome to sit in with us. And I joined the band, and now I'm playing tenor saxophone.
Very cool. And how old were you when you say you started?
When I started, I was 20. I was probably 20, going on 21.
Very cool. And you started as I guess just not a musician, but you started as a performer with
Yes.
the string bands. So let me ask you this
Yes.
question, because I couldn't play an instrument to save my life. What does it take? Like when you I heard there's tests that you have to take. Was there a test that you had to take to be a dancer performer? I mean, did you have to be like a Fred Astaire, or could explain to us how that went about?
So basically, when I first did tenor saxophone with Greater Overbrook, there wasn't really a test. I literally just got a tenor saxophone that they had. I sat in and I played, and ever since then, I've been playing with them. So
How,
there wasn't really any test.
Now, how about being a dancer, like performer? So, maybe I should rephrase the question. Being a performer, like the dancer, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
like instead of playing a band, is there more practice involved being a performer than being the musician?
Not really, no. It's it. I mean, it's kind of the same between the two, but being a dancer is not really as difficult as being a musician. So
Because if you watch the Mummers, well, obviously you're in the Mummers Parade, but for people who watch the Mummers Parade, the steps aren't the same. Am I correct? Than the band guys, than the performers, right? There's different, you do things differently.
exactly, exactly.
So and you said you played the tenor saxophone.
Yes.
Very cool, very cool. And that's the bigger one from what I'm slowly getting to know all these instruments.
Yeah. The tenor. The tenor. I know you've probably heard this before. The tenor is a little bit bigger than the alto. It's a step higher, and all that stuff. So
Very cool.
there's a difference between the tenor and the alto. Like for the neck of the alto saxophone, it's more straight, but on the tenor, it's a little more curved.
Okay. So let me ask you this question: What would have been, being involved with the Mummers? What would have been your most favorite performance?
Ooh, I I would actually have two of my favorite performances, and that was, of course, both with Polish American StringBand. So 2 years ago in 2020, we had a theme, and our theme was "See You on Salmon Street." It was an under the sea theme. We were all like fish and all kinds of stuff. And then this year in 2022, our theme was Clown Town Rodeo. And that theme was so much fun.
So when you first, got involved with the Mummers, what kind of advice was given to you, and who gave it to you?
So I believe when I first joined the Mummers, the advice that was given me was, go out and have as much fun as you possibly can because it is an absolutely great time. You get to be with a bunch of awesome people. And that advice was given to me by none other than Wild Bill Rosano, who was originally captain of Greater Overbrook, but he is now with Woodland String Band.
Very cool. So you're getting ready for your first parade, and you guys are next up in the judging area. What's the adrenaline like flowing through your body?
Well, my first parade was 2018 with Greater Overbrook, and it was our hippie year. It was Mum and Spoonful. It was one of the coldest New Year's days I've ever been a part of. And but at the same time the adrenaline was just going through me and I'm like, this is really happening. My first Mummers parade is about to start. This is going to be fun. But like I said, it was really cold that day.
I know recently, like you mentioned, one of these coldest days, I believe, I don't know if it was that year, but I know it was within these past few years. It was actually was the coldest recorded day in Mummer's history, if I'm not mistaken. I don't
Yeah,
know if it was that day.
I believe it was 2018 because what I was told was when Overbrook hit City Hall, I believe I was told it was about -6 degrees that day.
It's crazy. So let me ask you this question, because everything doesn't always go off without a hitch. There's
Mhm.
always some blunders, this and that. Have you personally experienced any blunders or follies uh, during your performance?
So that'd be like any like mistakes, right? So the only the only mistake that the only like blunder or folly that I've experienced was actually this year, and it was on me. One of the props that we had these like little like flags that we were supposed to use, and so we're all like doing like the whole deal with the movements and the flags. I do the one move, and the guy sitting next to me, I accidentally like hit his horn, and my flag went flying out of my hand. So I had to do the next part with no flag in my hand while everyone else had one.
That's funny. Let me ask you this question. What's your favorite part about being a mummer?
My favorite part about being the mummer is, well, of course, getting to wear the costumes, getting to hear the crowd's reaction every time we do a performance, or like in like any small parades that we do, like just hearing the crowd, just like seeing the mummers is just it warms my heart.
You guys are almost like rock stars sometimes.
Yes, yes, well, especially like with our group, with Polish American, like we're known out in Massachusetts. So we do like a couple parades out there throughout the year, and then we actually have a gig coming up pretty soon out in Chicago, Illinois. So yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So I know I had something else lined up here for you. Um, oh, I know what to ask you. You just so happen to have your instrument with you today?
Actually, my instrument is currently downstairs in my house.
Ah,
Yeah, I
okay.
know, but yeah,
So let me ask you this. You guys do the Mummers Parade because I don't know how other string bands do it, but I know Polish American at the end of the New Year's Day, you guys actually go back to Allegheny Avenue and then you just play.
yes.
I've never been there. I've seen video, but I'm about to say that Allegheny Avenue is just as wild and crazy as Broad Street is. I mean, quote me if I'm wrong.
It is. It's absolutely crazy. Like every time we do the parade down Allegheny, it's like we start like toward the end, like over by Aramingo, and then we march down. There's like almost no one there, and then once we start hitting like the three churches on the one side, there is a crowd of people there. Like, because one of those three, every single one of those three churches is actually our performance spot where we do our theme. It is just a crowd of people in that one area. It is absolutely amazing to see.
The people of Port Richmond absolutely love Polish American String Band, and like I said, I can vouch for it. But let me ask you this question, because I feel Polish American String Band has been shorted on the past couple of years because you guys were spot on. With that being said, how do you feel about the judging that's been going on? Like I said, I mean, I think this year you guys what finished fourth?
We actually finished we finished sixth as a band, fifth prize as captain, third prize in music.
Yeah. See that's wrong. That's absolutely wrong. With that being said, again, I can't speak for the judges, but whoever's in charge with the judges one day, you hit me up, John Levy, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be the judge of this stuff. You know what I mean? So with that being said, how do you think about the judging system? What do you think? How do you think they're doing?
I mean, the judges system. I mean, like I understand like what they're looking for at a certain point. It's like okay, like a lot of times, like a couple weeks after New Year's, like we all get back together and like listen to the judges' tapes, and a lot of times, like the judges have good comments. Like sometimes there's just like one or two judges that like probably make like a little comment, or just like, what do you mean? Like that was spot on. And it's just like it kind of hurts us in a way, but then again, it's like, well, maybe we could work on maybe do it a little bit better.
Yeah. Was that again with the judges like you brought up? I don't get me wrong. The bands who've been in the top three, one and two, they're great. Matter of fact, all the bands are great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just feel that sometimes the judging's just it's not right. I mean, a lot of people in the Philadelphia area, if you were born and raised with the Mummers, we form our own opinions, and we're not afraid to say, Philadelphia, come on now, we throw snowballs at Santa Claus.
Yeah,
We're not afraid to tell you if you didn't do good.
exactly.
You know what I mean? I think they need to put some people in Philly on there. Get rid of these concert band judges, and you know what I mean. We got to get rid of them.
Yes.
So let me ask you this question: is there anybody out there that's going to watch this video that you want to give a shout out to?
Huh. I would definitely probably say if there was anyone out there that would be watching this video, it would definitely have to be, my dedicated brothers in Polish American String Band. I love them guys so much. They do get a little rowdy sometimes, but hey, that's life. That's mummers. And also, I'll be probably sending if I am, I could probably send this link out to any of my friends, but hey, check this out. Here's what I got involved in today. So
Very, very cool. Very, very cool. So at the end of each of my segments, I'm sure you've seen it. I like to do some little bit of Philadelphia trivia.
okay,
There's no wrong answers. There's no right answers. It's just what you think. You ready?
let's do it.
All right. As everybody knows, baseball is back in session, right?
Yep.
Let me ask you this question. Best home run hitter, Mike Schmidt, Jim Thome, or Bryce Harper?
Oh, that would have to be. I would say Bryce Harper.
Okay. Let me ask you this question. When it came to the World Series, 1980 and 2008, if you remember, if you were, well, I don't know how old you are, but you seen pictures and video of when Tug McGraw struck out the guy from Kansas City, and then you see what happened when Brad Lidge, had his final out. Between the two comparisons, who had the best caption picture in the World Series with the Phillies?
Well, the only recent one I've seen since I am like 25 was definitely Brad Lidge in 2008. So
That was pretty good.
yeah.
Matter of fact, it looked like he got jumped to K&A or something like that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? All right. So here's my other one. Do you remember Veteran Stadium?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been at Veteran Stadium?
Yes, I have. And actually, my mom and my dad actually used to work in that stadium.
Well, here we go. Tell me which is best, Veteran Stadium 700 level or the entire Lincoln Financial Stadium?
Oof.
Now you got to think, Veteran Stadium 700 level. Are you old enough to remember what used to happen up there?
Yeah, maybe. Because I was
Well,
when I was
I'll
in.
put it to you this way. I think the 700 level of Veteran Stadium is the reason why they started those courts with Seamus McCaffrey.
But I would definitely probably have to end up saying Lincoln Financial Field.
Very cool. Very cool. One topic off of baseball. When it comes to ice cream, is it sprinkles or jimmies?
This is the biggest one ever. I always say rainbow sprinkles, chocolate jimmies. Everyone else has their own way, so hey, whatever you call it, go for it.
Very cool. Tyler, listen, it's been great having you on. And I think is that a Polish American Trust shirt there? What do we got going on there?
So, because we are climbing our way back to the top, because we've been climbing our way throughout every year, we actually made up these Trust to Climb t-shirts. So that way we can hopefully one day become champions once again.
Absolutely. Tyler, it was great having you on. And again, I wish Polish American the best of luck in 2023. I will be rooting for you guys. And if you could just do me a favor, throw me a shout out to all your people on YouTube and Facebook for the show.
Yes, I will, guys. Please, if you guys love today's episode, please like and subscribe to this channel and keep an eye out for the next Mummer story by none other than Mr. John Levy.
Tyler, thank you so much, and it's been great having you.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it.